What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 17 of my Total Warhammer 3 Kairos Fateweaver Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Kairos moved down to Orion's camp where he proceeded to destroy the Bowmen of Orion and, well, not quite burn down their forest, at least change it to becoming a corrupted Tzeentchian location. We're going to be using this place, in fact, to corrupt all the surrounding territory, if, presumably, we don't conquer everything around it first. Now, speaking of conquering around it, I did have a thought based on my Vlad campaign currently. We were before moving Garrulus up to Agrul Migdal to try to attack Thorek Ironbrow. Now, this is certainly possible, and we probably could destroy him within in March stance. That said, Thorek is currently serving as kind of a distraction for various factions up here. He may be friends with the one of these guys called Knights of Origo, but he is not friends with the Bloody Hands. In fact, they're fighting, and he is still fighting Skarbrand. The likelihood of him destroying Skarbrand, pretty low. He may be able to kill his armies repeatedly, but I sincerely doubt he can take Death Gorge. Now, my thinking with this is that if we keep him alive rather than attacking him with Garrulus, is we could send Garrulus instead south to the Springs of Eternal Life, which is relatively close. And since we have a barrier in Khemri here, we can essentially take all of these southern territories before heading everybody north together. Rather, it would also allow us to use Karag Orud here, just like we use the Golden Tower, to essentially hold off anybody who tries to attack. Now, I suppose that Thorek could jump over Karag Orud if he wants to, but I also feel like he's probably going to be focused more on other nearby factions, rather than us. I assume he's at war with Morse as well? Yeah. I suppose this is also going to distract Morse from doing too much to Grimgor, but maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing, as we don't want our allies to grow too strong and take territories that are rightfully ours. You know, let's give it a try. We'll see what Thorek does. I suppose at the end of the day we could always move back, but I like the idea of having more armies down here quicker, rather than having Kairos do all the work. Speaking of Kairos, go to Bagar. And then this will actually prevent Kairos from needing to essentially stay at these territories and defend them. Which would be preferable, obviously, because Kairos wants to fight. Alrighty, there you go, buddy. You got Bagar now, and... Ooh, this guy... Oh, no. No, this is March stance. Okay, I thought for a second he could reach Antok all the way from there, even though Kairos himself couldn't go that far, but no, apparently not the case. Okay, well, Bagar, you're gonna need walls, that's for damn sure. And Antok, you are going to need a thaumaturgic load here for extra growth, as we will need to be growing the place. Kasabar is owned by Khemri, so we can't attack them as yet. And I was thinking about attacking these guys here. You know what? Let's just see what they have left here. They have 4 horned ones. And a couple Kroxagors. Well, that's certainly gonna be difficult for our pile of blue horrors to kill because they have no armor piercing whatsoever. I still think they should be able to pull it off, if nothing else because the Demon Prince can use his magics and delay them and stuff. And oh, they actually don't want to fight. Okay, fair enough. Can we catch up to them? Yeah, we can catch up to them. Okay, we're fine. Well, let's try this out real quick. Since they're running away, the auto-resolve understands that the enemy is going to die if we try this, so we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Just gotta be careful about the horned ones and the Kroxagors charging directly into the blob of blue horrors, as let's face it, they wouldn't have much of a way to stop them, especially since horned ones are shielded and heavily armored on top of it. Now, they're building horned ones fairly early, though, aren't they? It feels like there's a huge difference between the Talaqua units who are building Coatl and horned ones, and then the Cult of Sigmar who are still using basic Imperial line troops. Kind of odd, in fact. Oh well. Let's see. Let's line up, let's say, like this. We actually want as much distance as possible. Maybe that's too many. We want as much distance as possible between us and the pile of units here. I suppose they could go up here, but the longer they travel, the more we can use blue flyers to continue annoying them. And I think that'll work. And let's say you guys, like so. Can we make a 4th line? Yeah, maybe we can make a 4th line. Like so. This is kind of dumb, but what can you do? In fact, wait. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably charge like this. Let's put you slightly changed. We could probably draw them forth. We're attacking them, but since we have the magics, they will get drawn towards us. Alright, I think that works. And then let's set you up closer because you can fire down from on high. And then you are all gonna be group 3. Let's get you guard moding and then start battle. Alright, let's move out. Okay, now we do have our free Gehenna's Golden Hounds. Do we wait to... wait, what is that? Oh, there's a Chameleon Skink unit. Alright, let's do this. And then... that'll hurt the Chameleon Skinks at least. You have only metal, so you can't do much, but the Gehenna's Golden Hound should be able to take care of that. Now, yeah, these guys are moving to the side like this. Okay, so here's what we can do. First of all, blue fire through this unit. And then we can get ready to stop them. Oh wow, that's going to miss every shot? Yeah. What can you do? Alrighty, well, these guys are gonna move in. Yeah, they're taking a little bit of damage, not too bad, and we got reinforcements coming in as well. Now I want the Demon Prince to land and annoy these horned ones here. And let's go Plague of Rust on these ones, and let's also pop a... Lore of Metal, Searing Doom right there. And, okay, you're distracting them, perfect. You. Blue fires, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, just as long as you're distracting the enemy. And we got another one of these. Ooh, you have pink fire available. Lovely. Let's do that through the Chameleon Skinks. Can't see them, but can certainly hurt them, I think. Assuming that the game doesn't have some kind of thing that stops you from hurting the enemy, if that's the case. Alright, look at all those blue horrors. Isn't that nice? And, ooh, we gotta pay attention to those Kroxigors. You know what? Let's have you guys start using blue fires on them, if nothing else. They may not be able to be too effective against the horned ones, but I think that they can dish out damage to the Kroxigors just fine. Alrighty, Crown of Command on you. That should keep you from dissipating, and then you run away. Oh, actually, wait, the Crown of Command doesn't stop banishment? Or does it? No, they're still taking damage, so apparently it doesn't, but, well, they're just a pile of blue horrors, who cares? Alright, block those Kroxigors as well, and you get one more pink fire through here, and the battle should be just about over. And, oh, whatever. Also, how are you so hurt? What the heck happened to you? Nobody can... Oh, is it just the Blessed Chameleon Skinks? Damn, they're doing a good job. Alright, well, the enemy is nearly dead. Let's drop a Searing Doom, though it won't hurt the Kroxigors that much. Let's get another Overcast Gehenna's Golden Hounds here. And Sacred Kroxigors are nearly out. And I have to move my cat. Fortunately, the battle is quite over. Alrighty, there we go, and we don't have to give chase. Easy enough. One unit lost, but it's irrelevant because we're going to probably... Now I'm just thinking, do we swap back the units that are in Fire's army, or do we just delete them all? Obviously, this entire army is going to get replaced. We're not keeping blue horrors here. In fact, they're all going to be replaced by Knights and Chosen and Chaos Warriors. I think there was another Cult of Sigmar army nearby as well. Wait, maybe we can do something about that, or with that. You are going to... Don't bother healing up, just go for... Ooh, actually, you got a little bit beat up. They're not gonna hurt you, take the money. Yeah, so we got these guys, but they're basic troops, so our pink fires and such can still destroy those. Grimoires for all buildings, plus 25% for Iber. You know what? Fire, you can hold that, because you're still our... recruiter more or less, though it's gonna be hard to use you for your recruitment purposes if you're not in the territory, and that's for recruitment. And I guess you can't go past these guys, eh? Yeah, well, I do want you to recruit, though where the heck do we send you to do so? There is potential to get some Chaos Warriors here in the Lamian territory, but the closest place is quite far as well. We could build something in the Temple Avenue of Gold, although it's gonna take at least 5 turns. And I'm not sure I like that very much. 9 turns if we get this one. And we could also just do the night building here, but that would also mean not deleting you, and I feel like I don't want to do that either. Alright, I'll think about it. Either way, what I want you to do is... You know what? If these guys might attack us, you're gonna go into ambush stance. Who knows, maybe this will work. And then you could just stay here. Maybe they'll try to go for you. Iber, though, you can have your point. Let's get the Plague of Rust maxed out because, well, you can use it for free. And I guess your Iridescent Horror also leveled up. You have Searing Doom. Let's get you Prismatic Plurality and head our way on to that Arcane Conduit. Alrighty, that works for me. Then, Terratus, you are headed out to join Kairos. Jaeger, you're headed out to join Iber. And that looks good to me, at least with regards to moving all of our units. Now, let's double check that our allies here refuse to confederate still. -10? Yeah, I don't think so. Look, if they won't do it for 32.6k, I'm not willing to pay them any more right now. Let's just slowly devour their faction with the... by trading their stuff to us. Now, let's get some upgrades going. I did want to get the gate here at Dawn's Landing. Let's max it out. Dimensional Cascade, please. That takes most of our cash, though, so, yeah. Mahrak, do you need the walls right now? No, you know what? We can hold off on the walls for now here, but there's other places like you. Lattice, yes. Carrick Zorn, definitely go for the lattice. You, animal... Exotic animals, rather. Mount Arachnos and Lost Plateau. I think we can hold off on the walls for now, though I suppose Thoric could try to jump over and retake them. We'll see what he does. Once again, I think if he heads towards us, Garrulus can take him in the field. But if he doesn't, he can serve as a Festus-like distraction for all those factions up there. Rezetra, definitely upgrade you. Libaras, port, more money. And on top of that, obviously a lattice. And, oh... Okay, wait, no, that's a problem. So you're a port, you could get attacked at any time, which means you need walls, but you have to choose between lattice and grimoires. I guess we gotta go for the grimoires for now. We're going to be building a massive amount of grimoires up eventually as we make our way through the game. I mean, we're already getting 167 per turn, which is pretty decent. But I feel like late in the game you could get like 1,000 per turn and just start using that ability pretty obnoxiously. Anyway, let's get whatever we can get here. More money buildings. Sotex Trail, rather. Nothing we can do there. And I think we save the rest of our cash. No, wait. Another Warp Plinth. There we go. Alrighty, that is all of our cash, man. 33k. It just goes by. It's all gone. And it's gone. Alrighty. Now, Kairos, you have 1 point to use, but I don't think we need to do it right now. It's end the turn, and let's see. If we can send Garrulus to take Springs of Eternal Life, we can then move Kairos south to start taking things like Talaqua. If Iber gets his full stack, we can send him to Quetzalcoatl. What else can we do here? Yeah, alright, we definitely need this third army. So hopefully Thoric just stays where he is. Let's see, Scarbrand is sitting in Death Gorge, which is perfectly fine. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done faction intentions for Thoric. Well, let's do that right now, in fact. Trutch, you still want a non-aggression or an alliance of some sort, and that's not going to happen, buddy. Court of Libaras are still somehow alive. And let's see what Thoric did. Come on. Alright, there we go. He is Sword of Cain claimed for Vital Lossix. Okay. Thoric has moved into Sunken Cairnark. What does that do for us? Does that do anything for us? Not really. Wurzag is here. Oh, huh. I wonder if Wurzag's gonna fight Thoric here. He's got 2 stacks. No Waz in them, though. I guess it really depends on what exactly is in those stacks. Ambush foiled by Iber. And Locus of Contrivance here and Endless Mutation. Ooh, that'll allow our Forsaken to heal when we need them to. You are moving to the Springs of Eternal Life. Savage Blow is irrelevant to us right now. I mean, it's something, but it doesn't really matter. Alrighty, then presuming that you can take this, Kairos can... Oh, what the heck is this? Where are you guys going in this little train, and why are you avoiding Antok? Could they be moving towards Orion's camp? Oh, not sure I like that. Iber, you could draw out this stack, yeah, but there's also the garrison to think about. Yeah, this might be a little bit much for just piles of blue horrors. Alrighty, so I think what we'll do is we will send Iber in march stance to here, near to Orion's camp. And then we'll use you to defend Orion's camp afterwards. Whereas Jaeger, oh, we lost that one unit of blue horrors, but Jaeger is supposed to be in this army anyway, so that makes it 20 out of 20. Very nice. Alrighty, which means fire. Is there any way to move past these guys without dying? Yeah, the teleport. If we could teleport here, we could try to go into ambush, but let's see. Teleportation. They'd be able to reach us, huh? Actually, I don't think they can reach us here. Interestingly enough. So if we were to teleport right here, and then again there, we might be able to make it through and then recruit at our own territory. Is it really worth it for an extra 10% recruitment cost reduction? Probably not. We'd probably save more by just deleting the guy and then... yeah, you know what, let's do that. Here, you lose your Mythomaniac. And lose your Alchemist for now. Obsidian Amulet, goodbye. And then you are all gonna go away. There we go. That puts our money back up to 16k. We will replace you instead by a different lord at Tor Serpindar, like Questor Paradoxium. And you are going to start recruiting. Let's get, let's say, 3 Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch of the regular variety. And then we'll get some Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with halberds afterwards as well. Now, Kairos. Since you can't go after these guys, at least, wait, can you teleport on them? No. Close, but no. I guess we could move up to Antok and then go into ambush chance here. It's only a 50% likelihood, but, well, it's something. Yeah, let's go here. Although the likelihood that we actually get anything out of this is small, you never know. Plus, these guys are relatively close, so we'll see how they react. And then this will allow Garrulus to move through Springs of Eternal Life and then threaten Plain of Tuskers and Sudenburg, or at least overlook those. And yeah, since Thorak isn't going for Karag or Rud, it looks like that's gonna work out. Now, Terratus, you're still headed out to Kairos. And I believe that's it. Really quick turn there, minus the recruitment, which is going to be really helpful. And we do need to keep building buildings. So, Shifting Sands. Yeah, growth is needed here, sure. Devil's Backbone. Not anything here. Crater of the Walking Dead. Let's get you the Cultist Outpost. And we really need to upgrade you, at least temporarily, to the Demonic Fortress and then go back through the Bastion afterwards. This place is costing us quite a lot of money to upgrade right now. Carrick Zorn, we're not going to upgrade you, but we are going to get you your Lattice, at least for now. These are yellow buildings, so I don't appreciate the construction cost increase. Kingdom of Beasts, ooh, Temple of Skulls. Yes, and yes, more cash and more grimoires. Good here, Jungle of the Gods, more money. Holding on to you. And nothing to be built here. Well, military buildings to be built, but we want to reduce them by opening up gates everywhere rather than bastions, which reduce infrastructure instead. Still got 8k, but I think we save the 8k then. We save the 8k, A, for recruitment, and B, to upgrade another settlement to tier 5, like Zlatland, for example, which is here as well. Could make a nice recruiting province between you guys, and then use anything to go north, because while we could do the same thing like down here in the Demonium Hills, then you're gonna have an extra like 3 turns traveling, so I don't want to do that. Alrighty, well, let's skip the rest of this, outpost upgrade, and turn... wait, one more thing. I want to double check about heroes. Nah, we don't have any new ones yet, need more military buildings. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens. Alright, Skarbrand is gonna move out to annoy Thorak. Will Thorak get killed by the Bloody Hands? Which would be tremendously unfortunate. Because then our distraction is gone. Looks like the Bloody Hands are actually going for Galbaraz instead. Okay, yeah, that actually does make sense. Kairos? Military alliance for Queek? Yeah, no, not yet. Maybe eventually, but no need to get into unnecessary wars for Queek. He can keep fighting the dwarfs and the Grimgor for quite a while we take all of this territory for ourselves. And then if he's still alive by the time we go north, then we'll help him out. Though once again, I'm perfectly content with him having the mountainous territories, as it takes a lot of money to develop those. Damn, ambushed foiled for you, Kairos. Where did the enemy send their units? Well, they're building up armies, but I think that'll be fine. Tiratus, go out here. Alright, you know what I think we need to do? We need to reveal this faction. Or actually, maybe we reveal Talaqua instead, because they should allow us to see most of this. Changing of the Ways, reveal Shroud, Talaqua. Alright, there's a stack there and they're rebuilding. You know what, let's reveal Cult of Sigmar as well. Ah, okay, so they've returned to the Plane of Tuskers, fair enough. And I want to reveal... I was about to say I want to reveal Camry, but there's no real need. Oh, wow, you have another army coming in. You've moved to Agrul Migdal, which means you're gonna abandon Sunken Cairnark in favor of defending against Skarbrand. Okay, interesting. Force Rebellion, Open Gates, Force War, Reveal Faction Intentions. You know, not super useful right now, but I think I do want to keep an eye on what's going on with regards to Camry, so let's see about them as well. Alright, Shroud revealed. Aha, okay, so they're presumably fighting the followers of Nagash all over the place. And got a decent amount of armies, which will be fun to fight eventually. And we will be declaring war on Camry and then just moving through this. They also don't like us very much, aversion minus 100, so it's only a matter of time. Also, how is the Court of Libaras still alive? You know what we could do? You. Join war against the Court of Libaras for... Oh, you'll do it for free. Okay, yeah, there you go. Maybe he'll help take out the Misty Mountain, because clearly Moors is having a tough time, and while this army is still sieging, it is now alone. They used to have 4 armies here, but instead of attacking, they're just going to keep sieging. Okay. Weird as that may seem. You are going to go here. Sit in Orion's camp for a while. And then maybe we will send you out to Antok afterwards. I just want to guard Orion's camp a little bit more for now. And we should be able to do against this particular faction. Now, Kairos, you can reach Volkmar from here. Oh, poor Volky. Alright, fine. Well, then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for Volkmar, and then we're gonna hit the Plane of Tuskars right after. Whereas you are gonna hit the Springs of Eternal Life. Alright, auto-resolve this. Kairos already has Grimsbane, so we don't really get anything out of this. And you know what? Just heal up a tiny bit, since we're going to probably be auto-resolving the Plane of Tuskers anyway. Hey, a free Gambler's Armor. Not too bad. Okie dokie, Garrulus, take the Springs. And auto-resolve that. A little bit of damage, but not too bad. Occupy. Nice. And this is the only thing we have in this territory. Ooh, Camry's not going to like that. That'll probably give them a better reason to declare war on us. Let's uncollect the income for now. And do we bother building walls here? You know, soon this will be an interior territory, so it technically won't need walls unless, you know, beastmen come a-calling, or rogue armies, or that sort of thing. It does have marble, though. We need to be able to build lattice and marble. Yeah, so the Warpstone Locust isn't going to be that helpful, and even with the Locust, the Tzeentch corruption is dropping because of the presence of the Tomb Kings. Alrighty, well, let's get some Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with halberds in here. Let's get 2 more, maybe. Like so. And then we'll need to figure out what else we put in this army afterwards. And this is obviously going to be Iber's army. He doesn't have Chosen available to him, or Knights, as yet. I suppose we could get him Marauder Horsemen and replace those with Knights as soon as we get them. Which is going to be quite a bit, because he's going to be using both Doom Knights and Chaos Knights as our standard sort of infantry army. Alright, well, regardless, that's good as it is, and I believe we're once again ready to end the turn. Hopefully we can find a proper actual battle here. Alrighty, Devil's Backbone, more lattice. Always more lattice. Parade of the Walking Dead. Okay, you're good. You are, well, sort of good. Oh, that Cultist Enclave, 2.6k. Yeah, not worth the money. I'd rather upgrade it tier 5 instead. As in a main settlement. You are worth money. And you are worth money. No more lattices here. Zlatlan, if we can afford you, we'll upgrade you shortly. Sotek's Trail is good. Temple of Avenue of Gold, still good as well. No more lattices here, or here, or here. Okay, so then we will take Zlatlan up to tier 5 and get that Dimensional Gate up and running. And then we still have enough cash left over to get that Cultist Enclave. Or we hold off on this. You know what? We hold off on this, I think. The money coming in isn't that big of a difference, and I think we'd rather save more money to upgrade another tier 5. Just get everything maxed out. Temple Avenue of Gold could be next. Yeah. Yeah, that works for me. Okie dokie, let's skip the rest of this. We do have Unholy Manifestations available again, but we're no longer in enemy territory, or at least not in such a way that we want to be stopped there for several turns. And I guess this raises the question of where we send Garrulus. I feel like we need to send him south. If he can take Suntree Glades while Kairos works on Talaqua, that will be quite nice. Granted, it will leave the north open, but as long as Khemri is far away and not busy with us, I think we're good. Kairos is still here, but he's probably going to be distracted with all of these armies near him. Let's end the turn like this, or not Kairos, Thorek. Scrag. Random war. Okay, Scrag, sure, war. Sure. Why not? I really don't understand why AI factions have this tendency to declare war on you from super far away. Like, what the heck do they care? Followers of Nagash wants him. You're gonna make Khemri like us more, but okay, sure, buddy, sure. At least Scarby will enjoy all these war declarations. I think what's happening here is we're essentially getting too powerful, and and all of our enemies, well, soon-to-be enemies, are declaring war on us. But still, declaring war on a faction that you can't actually get to, kinda stupid. Wounded for Garrulus for 250 Grimoires? That's not going to happen. Let's give this a quick read, though. Blessed change comes upon your champion. A grinning face has sprouted from their chest. It whispers forbidden and precious secrets, but your follower seems frail and dazed. Will you accept this blessing? Now, cut off the face. I think we've had this one before as well, because I remember cut off the face. Now, you have Chaos Vanguard. Ooh, let's get you Fate Marked and Brand of Char for that passive barrier replenishment. Very nice. The aura is a little small, but what can you do? Yeah, okie dokie. You're good like this. And what is this? Oh, Garrulus can become a Demon Prince. We're probably never going to do that, because I want Lords of various types. Oh wow, Hag Grief's been destroyed. Bone Rattlers and Grimgor's Ardbors have confederated. Damn, Grimgor just became stronger? Well, that's interesting. Wild Hunt ceases. Upkeep reduction for Forsaken. Man, lots of stuff happening. Now, what do we do here? I think the next thing we wanted to do was to be able to get Halt the faction, so let's get Pestilent Hatred and Way of Manipulation next. And there's still a few useful things here, like Break Alliance, but frankly, the cost of it is going to be so prohibitive we wouldn't be able to afford it right now anyway. I'm willing to bet Halt faction for a turn is a lot cheaper. Alright, Kairos. Oh, you can attack the Plane of Tuskers, or you could kill this guy, but would you still then have room? Or do we have to leave him as he is? That's a question. We could send Garrulus to siege Sudenburg, but frankly, they actually have a fairly nice garrison. If they move a full stack in there, that'll be difficult to kill. Which makes me think that we want to probably send Garrulus out to, let's say, Bagar. This way. You have to stay where you are, because you're essentially keeping these guys here just by your existence. Also, Terratus, keep moving north, please. Oh, Tic-Tac-Toe's back up and running. He could attack at the Golden Tower again. Let's see what his faction intentions are while we're here, because we might have to move Iber. Ooh, and Orion's camp's gonna be difficult to defend if, well, if he comes down here. So, Unholy Manifestations, no, Changing of the Ways. Reveal faction intentions, Talaqua. Alright, let's see what they're doing. Looks like they're heading to Antok, which Garrulus can defend. Perfect, while Kairos is busy. Okay, that works for me. Now, you, Questor. Well, let's keep you recruiting, shall we? Presuming that we cannot yet get knights, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of Marauder Horsemen for Iber. And then, is this enough of a melee line for him? I mean, it is for now. We could get him some Pink Horrors as well, though, later on. Or we could get him some Furies to replace Doom Knights. Although, maybe we could just go, like, 4 Chaos Knights and 4 Doom Knights or something like that. Don't need to go anything too crazy. Maybe 2 more regular Chaos Warriors, but we don't have to spend that money right now. This army is going to need a retrofit fairly soon, which is kind of the annoying part about it all, but what can you do? Alrighty, now... Talakwa is a tier 4 settlement. And would be a pretty nice pickup, and we can reach it. It would mean leaving Curtis here alone, but what's he gonna do? Who's he gonna attack? Yeah, you know what? I feel like we go this way. I feel like it's much better to cripple Tic-Tac-Toe's faction, as they're much more threatening than the, than Volkmar's faction is. So go here, even though you're close to the Plain of Tuskers. And this basically takes all your movement points, so if we would have gone for you, it wouldn't have worked. Really? This is gonna be a close victory? Nah, whatever. Nah, certainly some damage, but I'm not really concerned. Occupy Talakwa at tier 3, I believe. Short victory complete. Well, that was quick. Campaign over, guys. See you at the next one. Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 30 per turn for all, wait. Power Reserve plus 30 per turn. All armies. Huh. Okay. That's quite a bit, and we won't really need magic manipulation to help us out anymore, so basically all of our armies are going to be maxed out. Man, what was this short campaign victory goal? That was really quick. We haven't even gotten to doing Kairos' Staff of Tomorrow, because we've been so busy. Would anybody have ended a campaign after only this? Zlatland, Order of Loremasters, Last Defenders, and Fortress of Dawn. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. What's the long campaign victory? Okay, so really Decadent Host? Okay, now the long campaign victory is being a little bit ridiculous. The Decadent Host is all the way to the north across half the world. Or actually across the entire world. And I don't think there's any sea lanes down here that would help us get there too quick. Exiles of Khorne can't be destroyed because they're our vassals. Alright, you know, with this one we'll have to actually probably figure out what we want to make as a campaign goal for this, because I'm not entirely sure now. Though it is an interesting question. Anyway, let's keep moving, everybody, and doing what we do here. You're recruiting, let's get our buildings up and running. Ooh, and you know, let's also double check on you. -9 now, though still unwilling. Getting a little bit more willing, though. We'll see. Buildings, more lattices. A little bit admin heavy this episode, I know, but, well, we can't do much about it as yet. Let's get those walls up. Talakwa. Oh, look, you have the... Ooh, yes. Kairos. You know what? You and you are gonna join into one unit. And you are gonna join into one unit. And Kairos, you're gonna get 2 regular flamers. And you're gonna get an Exalted Flamer when you can. That was a nice pickup, actually. Ooh. We have Screamers here as well. You know what? Furies into 1. Get yourself a Screamer. And we can now do global recruitment for Screamers as well. Ooh, nice. You know what? You, I know they're expensive. You're gonna get a couple Screamers in here. And they're gonna take the places of the Doom Knights. And then presuming that we go 4 and 4 with Doom and regular Knights, we no longer need that many of you guys. We'll just do 2 more Screamers like that, then we're at 16 out of 20. Presuming that you get a hero, Iber, which you do, you'll be at 17, and then you need 3 more units, which will mean a few more melee line units as well. Okay, that works. Let's at least build 1 Chaos Warrior of Tzeentch, and, I mean, I guess we could temporarily build a few Pink Horrors in here. Not a lot of them, but just to add something. In fact, you know what? Let's just build 3 Pink Horrors. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Gonna take 3 turns, but that works. Yeah, that was a really nice pickup. Gotta thank Tic-Tac-Toe for it. Blue Bonfire. Much obliged. Alrighty, now you're gonna get walls for obvious reasons, and you're gonna get growth, and let's uncollect the income for now. Now, I do wonder if Tic-Tac-Toe is going to try to react to this, or if he's going to still continue to move to Antok. But I guess we shall see right now. Building upgrades. Oh, wait, no, there's probably a few more building upgrades to do. I got distracted by Kairos' ability to get new stuff. Doomglade, you can have a lattice. Rosetra, Libaras, this is still a little bit too expensive for what it does for us right now, but there is another lattice here at Carrick Zorn. And I think there should be at least one more lattice unless I'm mistaken. Oh no, not a lattice, but you, more plinth. Alright, now we're good to save the rest of the cash for more tier 5s. And how close are we in terms of this tier 5? Getting there. Certainly getting there, and then we can start upgrading those military buildings for cheap. End the turn. Let's see what they do. Carnal Stare Bloodcaller, some kind of unholy union of Slaaneshi and Cornate names. And I think Slaanesh wins there, because Slaanesh is all about the unholy unions. Skarbrand the Exiled, you. Are you at war with the Bloody Hands? That's a question. We're Herd of the One Eye, what you want? You have ended our non-aggression pact. We're gonna have to kill you, aren't we? Man, yeah, it's really not working with the Beastmen, is it? And Ironbrow's Expedition. Ooh, income from all buildings plus 100? Well, that's just swell. Oh, it's only in the Temple Avenue of Gold. I thought it was throughout our faction, which frankly would be kind of obnoxious. I do want to give this a quick read, though. Wealth is a dull necessity in the mortal realm, but there are ways to make its acquisition more entertaining. Deep in his impossible fortress, the Changer inscribes a flaming rune into the very air. Far away, a single ear of each of your followers is transmuted into solid gold. Oh, so it meant it literally the golden ear. Okay. Talk about printing money. Where is Thor? Oh, look at you, Thorek. You've decided to march to Karagorud. Okie dokie, well that means we're gonna get a lord to defend it. It'll have to be a lore of Metal Lord. Or a lore of Tzeentch Lord. No, we won't be able to use the pink fire. And honestly, I don't like either of these options. What about you? Lore of Metal Weapon Master, but you can't fly. Ooh, but these guys start at tier 4, or level 4, which means more spells. Yeah, I guess we'll get one of you onto the field temporarily. Let's get the speed, although it is fairly useless because you're going to be flying, but we're not going to keep this lord around anyway, so it won't matter. Yeah, you're not going to be getting into melee, so fleet-footed. Now, there's no way that you recruit stuff. I can't believe Thorek decided to come here rather than defend against Skarbrand, so that only worked somewhat. He might also just decide to jump over over to Granite Massif and ignore Karagorud. Though he also might not. I guess it remains to be seen. Oh wow, he's got a lot of those grudge throwers, which does make sense for Thorek in particular. You are going to get Searing Doom maxed out. And in terms of this, probably want to go with Plague of Rust, although Metal Shifting if we're just going to be able to spam this. Yeah, you know what, we'll probably need all the money we can afford to repeatedly cast Searing Doom. Alrighty, and then try to get some Blue Horrors, although it looks like that's not going to happen. But who knows? You might be able to pull it off. Alrighty, Kairos, you can keep recruiting there for a turn, and... Wait, this is going to take you another turn? I guess what we could do is recruit that at the Deadhead Monoliths instead, presuming that you can reach it. Not quite. Oh, you can reach the Statues of the Gods. Alright, let's do that then. And then move back this way. It would mean leaving this territory, but we can still recruit here, which I would appreciate. So go here. Keep taking stuff. And auto-resolve this place. Very nice, very nice. Occupy. Lots of places falling. Ooh, a Tormentor Sword. Very nice pickup. And then you, Furies, sorry, you've been very helpful, but now you're gonna get replaced by Screamers. And what we could also do is if we stay in Deadhead Monoliths for a turn, we could get our third Flamer of Tzeentch temporarily while we wait for Galrock's Immolator's brother Exalted Exalted Flamer, because we want 2 and 2 in my opinion. Plus possibly a couple iridescent horrors to act as burning chariots. Lots of fire and ranged in Kairos' army. Now, Iber, do you need to move to protect anything? Orion's camp looks safe to me. Tic-Tac-Toe still appears to be moving to Antok, so let's send you to Antok for now. And how are we in terms of recruitment here? Are you nearly ready to go? Still 3 turns on the Screamers, unfortunately. It's because of the global recruitment. Maybe we skip the 3rd Screamer just to make this a little bit earlier. And then temporarily just get another blue horror. This will only, or pink horror rather, this will only take 2 turns. Yeah, that's probably the better option. Okie dokie. And Garrulus. Now you, I was gonna move to Antok before, but now, maybe you hit the Plain of Tuskers instead? And you could go back up here and try to deal with Thorek. Are you still needed here now that Kairos has done so much damage and nearly broken these guys? The thing is, Tic-Tac's army is still kind of a problem. But I think Iber can hold it. And if Thorek decides to siege for many turns, maybe we get Garrulus back here, although this is going to take 1, 2, 3. Actually, he moves fairly quick. You know what? Fine. Well, let's move back to the Springs of Eternal Life. And start marching back this way. Would have been nice to go for the Plain of Tuskers, but, well, we'll deal with it. We might actually have to summon another Lord at Begar to help defend it, but what can you do? Okie dokie. Well, I believe that's everybody moved already. And still trying to find that cinematic battle, damn. Try to give us something that's actually worth fighting here. Talking to the AI. Alright, let's get those lattices up. Let's get to the... If we can skip the rest of the stuff, I'd rather get a tier 5 going as well. Occam's Forever Maze, Temple Avenue of Gold. We could do Temple Avenue of Gold, or we could do Zlatlan. You know what, let's do Zlatlan. Why Zlatlan? Because it's still bordering enemies, and oh wait, we already did Zlatlan. So we could just do another one. Heh. Alright, well that's nice. Let's change you then to that Dimensional Cascade. Beautiful. Now we only have, what, 2 or 3 more of these available? Occam's Forever Maze and Abyssal Glacier at the Lost Palace. In 4 turns, the Temple of Skulls. Yeah, we're growing quite a lot, aren't we? But still, this will be expenses that we won't have to get into later, and right now, we're gaining a lot of cash, which we won't be later on, and especially since now our cash is dropping because we got a new army coming onto the field, so yeah. Anyway, skip the rest of this, end the turn, unless there is a changing of the ways that we want to get up to. Reveal Shroud, reveal faction intentions. You know what, maybe I want to see the intentions of the... Oh, it's on cooldown still, damn. Force War, Track Army, Reveal Shroud. Yeah, none of this is really going to be all that helpful here. We'll skip it. And end the turn. And we'll see what Thorek does. And I guess what Skarbrand does to some degree as well. He's going to raid the territory. Man, I can't believe Thorek is going to abandon his last territory and lose his capital and just to try to attack us. I wasn't expecting that. But to be fair, the AI doesn't seem to like getting into wars after all. Or rather, what am I talking about? It does like getting into wars, it doesn't like not focusing the player. Alrighty, Kazrak, you've randomly declared war on us. Okie dokie. You're right in the middle of Moor's territory, so I don't see how this would help you out. And you're right beside Skarbrand's territory. Skarbrand, go kill him. I wanted to Cygor from you. The game seems to really not want to get me that damn Cygor. Ah, alright, Karagorud is under siege. We got leadership on fighting Nurgle factions. Ooh. Summon before Tzeentch. Unit experience gain per turn plus 300 all units in army. Oh, we've read this one before, so no need to do it again. Way of manipulation. I want that halt faction. Would have been helpful against Thorek here. And then you, gonna go right here. And then in 2 turns, you'll be able to hit Thorek. I'm willing to bet he's not going to siege for long, because the garrison here is kind of meh. Though that said, we do have bolts. We do have the slightly upgraded towers, I mean. Okay, Kairos. Are you, in any way, able to hit Tic-Tac-Toe? This is, Oh, Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's just out of range. I hate the way the AI can do that. That's so irritating. Damn. Wait, aren't you able to... No, wait. Is this going to cost movement points? Let me just see here. I feel like there's a way to get out of the settlement and not cost us any movement points.
Yes.
Did that cost movement points? No, it didn't. Now we can do it. Ah, perfect. There's that cinematic battle. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, Tic Tac, you die now. Oh wait, no, we're not actually able to reach him. But why? It looks like we are. Huh. No, we are. It's fine. Enemy failed to spot your ambush. I'll bet we teleported right on top of them. Let's do this cinematically since we've been looking for this one the entire episode. Go. Alrighty, here we go. If there was a little bit of a cut there, it's because there was a massive amount of stutter or lag or something as the battle started, similar to something I had in the Vampire Counts campaign lately. I'm not entirely sure what, but it seems to occur on a few particular maps, and it does seem to occur in replays as well as in the actual battle. So it makes me think that it is in fact related to certain maps in particular, or perhaps certain units. Kind of hard to tell. Anyway, here we go. This ambush makes me feel a little bit bad for Tic Tac, as he does have a nice balanced army with cav, ranged units in the form of both the skink skirmishers as well as, or chameleon skinks rather, as well as crossbowmen, decent amount of melee infantry, both of the red-crested skink variety to pierce armor, as well as Saurus to hold the line, plus a small but should be reasonably effective number of heroes, and they will also function as an air force with Tic Tac. That said, because they're getting ambushed here, they probably don't stand too much of a chance. Now we begin the battle by having our Screamers, our Broken Ahriman, and our Screamer, or other unit of Screamers, all attack the Pterodon Riders with Fire Leech Bolas. For whatever reason, this battle allowed us to deploy like right beside that particular unit of flyers, and thus they're not going to have a good time. Now we also have our new units of non-exalted regular flamers on the field, which should be a decently fun time and a good little debut for them, as there's plenty of stuff for them to kill. You gotta love these units. They're pretty awesome models. Let's see them attack, shall we? And the enemy's charging, and blunt their charge with some fire, or perhaps, oh, there we go. There it is. That was a little bit uncomfortably close to some of our own units. I see one of the Chaos Warriors go down, though perhaps it might have been to the charge there. Otherwise, the enemy is going to have to essentially be held. We have surrounded most of the enemy ranged units, leaving most of the melee units to Kairos and for our two Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch to hold. But I think that should be fun. It'll allow for Kairos to use his spell work a little bit more and not be so worried about damaging our own army. Plus, we still have the Flamers helping out. Though, I gotta be careful with their positioning as they clearly damage our own units. Just gonna move them forward slightly and then hit the enemy in the sides instead. There we go. That should be much better, especially as the enemy charges in. And damn, a lot of damage has been done already. That Infernal Gateway stopping the enemy charge, and now the flames essentially preventing the enemy from closing the gap. Over on this side, the Cold One Riders have all charged our Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch, and to be fair, they're doing a decent amount of damage. But both our Screamers and our Doom Knights hit them in the back, and that's plenty of Cold One killing prowess there, I think. And here comes the War Shrine to back everybody up, though I do imagine that our warriors should survive just fine. Ah, yeah, I love the increase of firepower we get. Now this army feels a little bit more Tzeentchian with the sheer amount of flamers that we have access to. There we go. This is what a Tzeentch army should be able to do. It's just all fiery blue and pink everywhere. And while all this is happening, Kairos has actually been fighting Tic-Tac-Toe in the air. Being the master of the skies, you would think that Tic-Tac-Toe would be fairly strong there, and his stats are actually pretty damn solid. Melee attack and melee defense, 80 and 60 at only level 11. So he's certainly a threat to Kairos, but with enough debuffs and enough casts to his face, we should be able to still beat him up. Another Infernal Gateway also coming down to get even more of those poor Saurus ripped apart. And there we go. Looks like that unit is gonna run, and same with the skinks. And now look at all of our flyers moving overhead while the fires burninate everybody. Glorious. So it looks like all of the enemy ranged units are just like that, pretty much dead. In fact, all of the melee units are pretty much done as well. Really, it's only Tic-Tac and the two heroes that are still holding the line, and the heroes are about to get hit by our own Air Force. If they weren't so busy with the Cold One Riders, they could have done this a little bit earlier. And now the rest of our army can simply chase down the runners while we kill the aerial units. There we go. Screamer's gonna help a little bit with Tic-Tac-Toe, and damn, either Tic-Tac-Toe's really tiny, and considering he's a skink, yes he is, or our Screamers are fairly tiny as well, or fairly big as well. And there we go. Not a place you want to be, Tic-Tac. And now we have a Gaze of Tzeentch going down, Gaze of Fate rather, going down on him. And damn, look at those debuffs combined with the Helm of Discord dropping from 80 melee attack to 16. Though he is shattered and terrified. I would be terrified too. Let's see. There we go. And just like that, the battle ends. Super quick one. But hey, at least we got to show our Flamers a good time. And now it's just a matter of chasing Tic-Tac down. I don't believe we need to, considering this was an ambush, or do we? I feel like I've been in situations where armies have escaped the ambush by moving into... down goes Tic-Tac. Sorry, little guy. I always feel bad. I feel like I've seen a situation where armies have escaped the ambush by heading to... There's like an escape box, isn't there? I don't see it here. In what situations does the escape box exist? I'm sure there's a name for the escape box, but I'm just gonna keep calling it the escape box. Anyway, now it's just a matter of chasing those units down. Our Flamers getting a few of those extra shots off, and can somebody please kill these Saurus? Well, if nobody can reach them because the Saurus ran away too fast, we can open a Gate of Tzeentch and summon some units to deal with them, or at least make them non-viable enough to revive. Though since they didn't reach the escape box, I imagine that they don't then survive. Alrighty, decisive victory, very decisive victory, I should say. Though I do think that our Chaos Warriors suffered a little bit more than they should have. A decent amount of that would have been splash from our own Flamers. Just gotta be careful of that positioning for now, though later on, of course, when we have Soul Grinders and Lords of Change, we won't be needing those melee line units, and then we won't have that issue whatsoever. Alrighty, very, very nice. I'm so glad that we actually managed to get that battle going after searching for it for the entire episode. 30,000 damage on Kairos, and our Flamers did quite well, beating all the other units quite handily at that. Yeah, I guess the Doom Knights were the only ones that got close to the kind of damage that the Flamers and the Galrock's Immolator did in particular. And since we were looking to get more Flamers in this army, I'm glad that they got a nice little debut for themselves, although I do want another Exalted Flamer in here later on as well. Now, we probably should... Yeah, we probably should heal this time around, because we're still in enemy territory and there's still a lot more work to do. The army being destroyed... Ooh, and we got that campaign movement range extra. I'm glad that we defeated Tic-Tac with Kairos before the... before he was gone for good. Now, I take it that Kairos can no longer move, so he is stuck here where he can't heal up. But I guess he can hit Suntree Glades next. It would mean ignoring Deadhead Monoliths and Plane of Tuskers for now, but I feel like with Iber here, they can't really capitalize on the fact that we can't move there with Kairos. Anyway, unfortunately with that, we are indeed out of time, and I'm going to have to call it. Next time, Thoric either attacks Karagorud himself or sieges it for a while. I guess that remains to be seen, but either way, Garrulus will be marching towards him, and in 2 turns, he'll be able to either clear him out of Karagorud should it fall, or he'll be able to attack him in the field while he sieges. Stay tuned to find out which it is. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.